And President Trump has threatened tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods coming here. China says they're going to roll out countermeasures too. It's a battle. Joining us now is Curtis Ellis. He's a former Trump campaign trade and jobs advisor. President Trump holding to the hard line. No sign of any cave from our side. Is that right?
That is right.
You think that's exactly a good policy?
Absolutely. Long overdue. Long overdue. China has been violating every agreement it signed onto when it joined the World Trade Organization. The World Trade Organization is incapable of enforcing its own rules. It's either inept or inert. And President Trump is finally taking the lead, the same way we took the lead in World War II.
Okay, well, just let me get back to China for a second.
Yeah.
China is not going to blink publicly because China loses face if they blink publicly.
Right.
So it's a standoff, isn't it? That's a real problem.
For the moment, yes. But that's why President Trump is constantly praising President Xi, my good friend President Xi. And he correctly says China is doing what it should do. And President Xi is doing what he should do. Look out for what's good for China. So that's a way for him to save face going forward.
So you think an agreement with China is likely?
It is possible. It is possible.
That's different from likely.
We have to see where the Chinese want to go. Now, they have a lot at stake because their policy of violating the WTO agreements, subsidizing their industries, stealing intellectual property, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that is their strategy for achieving world dominance, to becoming the global hegemon, which is their goal. So if they were to abandon that and adopt actual free market economics, well, that's a pretty big reversal.
But they won't abandon that. I mean, how on earth could they abandon that? This is President Xi for life. He's tied himself entirely to this idea of, reversing China's decline and really making them a powerhouse to take over the world technically. He can't reverse from that.
Well, what they can do is they can raise the standard of living of the Chinese people. They can industrialize without doing all of those things that they've been doing. I mean, it is possible. And remember, you have public opinion in China. The Chinese people, as they send all their students over here and become educated in American ways, I think they're actually going to want a little loosening up and more freedom. Because now as they're rolling out this social credit system where everything they say, everything they do is being monitored and then added into an artificial intelligence program to determine if they can even get on an airplane, I don't think they're going to go for that.
Okay. Tell me about the World Trade Organization, the WTO.
Yes.
You think we should pull out and get rid of the whole organization?
President Trump has put that out. If they don't fix it, we're going to abandon it. And interestingly enough, Bob Dole said this in 1998 and in 1994 when we created the WTO. He said there should be a 3 strikes and we're out. If they don't fix their adjudication system, their way of settling disputes, if they don't get that right, we should just get out of it.
So look, you're talking about a wholesale realignment of trade all over the world. This is a global realignment, and you think we can pull this off because we are strong and because Trump holds a hard line? Yes?
Yes, and because the world wants it. The global Trump supporter, the silent Trump supporter is global now. The European Union knows the WTO doesn't work. Everybody knows it's not working. China has abused the system. They just don't have the guts to come out and say it like President Trump has.
Well, Mr. Ellis, you're saying some remarkable stuff this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
We'll see you again soon. Got it?